Good evening and welcome to Haunted Scouse, where tonight we come to you from a 200-year-old historic listed building in Prescot in the middle of the Lord Derby estate.
Yeah, we've been asked to come in by Karen to this beautiful public house and hotel because his staff have been complaining about having their hair pulled, seeing shadow figures, and customers have even been swilled by their home drinks by unseen hands. We've got one night to find some answers.
Welcome to the Clockface.
With all the cameras set up and all the equipment ready to go, it was now time to start our full investigation of the Clockface.
Right, so as you've already seen, everything's set up, we're good to go.
I'll cut away to a camera there, by the way, because you can see Adam looking over there. I can see the reflection on a light on a picture frame here. There was a cat ball going off through that side.
So we've absolutely littered the ground floor of the pub with everything that lights up, flashes and makes noise. So fingers crossed, I've already had a few go off in different corners and one is still going off now. I think as usual, shall we start with an S-box and generate a bit of noise?
Yeah, we will do. Exactly. We'll start with the S-box in here, which is the furthest side away nearest to the road. So you may hear some cars going past. But you know, guys, we'll call it out. If a big truck goes past and the cat ball goes off, it's going to be the big truck. But yeah, let's do the traditional start. Or a big bus like that, and the cat ball didn't go off, so that's a good sign. Right, guys. Okay, so as we said, we're going to start with the S-box and do a full sweep through and see whether we can capture anything. Because let's not forget, this was once a home. So let's strip away the surroundings we're stood in and let's go with the fact that, you know, who is here from 200 years ago? So if there's anybody here with us now? Hey, maybe you could tell us your name? Maybe you can tell us the name of the house that we're in. That was a deep female. Don't be afraid of us.
The cat ball going off there.
We're not going to do any harm. Can you see us? Are there any children here?
Can you perhaps maybe give us a year? Maybe tell us what area we're in.
Is this where you live? Is the lady at the house here with you?
Maybe tell us how many spirits there are that are still here.
We are confident this was not a passing car, as you will see a bit later on, as the whole room was covered in blackout blinds.
Tell us how many spirits there are that are still here. Breathy.
Breathy, that, yeah. It sounds like a dog.
Will you maybe give us a name?
Again, it's like a whisper.
Yeah.
What little hairs are on the back of the neck, standing up. The neck's gone cold. That was a tasty flash then. Are you by the fireplace?
Yeah.
That's a take two.
Take two, yeah.
So you are by the fireplace. Can you tell us your name? Get back. Wow, that's
Definitely a male voice.
Yeah, it sounds like the first word said, effing. I'll save myself a bleep there. Do you not like us being here? Again, it sounded like fuck
Yeah.
you and a big spike
The
there.
massive strike still going as well.
So you don't like us being here? Can you tell us your name?
Is this once your home?
You're hearing bangs.
Hearing bangs upstairs, yeah. Like walking round. So just
that was a good little start.
yeah. It was only just to say that obviously the the bangs that are upstairs, we do actually have free rooms to go and investigate upstairs, because this is now a hotel as well. So we do have access to upstairs, and there is a lock-off up on that corridor as well. So if there is possibly anything potentially walking around up there, hopefully that camera should have caught something.
Yeah, there is a REM pod up there as well, so we've done our best to cover everywhere. But yeah, we're literally the only people here. No, it was that was an interesting little session, that, with the K2 meter seeming to tally up with basically an abusive male coming through, effing and jeffing. Yeah.
I feel like if we just keep that S-box on just for another couple of minutes and move through into the bar area and carry that on, or if you want to pass me it, I'll
of course.
just see what it's like just as we move through, because there is a noise that we've just heard then, and one of the cat balls in the bar's been going off as well, so let's just see what else we can potentially get over the other side as we sweep through.
Yeah.
Can you perhaps maybe over this side, just where you like some more equipment on? If you are a male, could you maybe give us your name? And try and make that clearer for us. Can you give me your name? Perhaps used to live here, or maybe own land near here. It's like a whistle, and then it's like quiet.
Yeah.
And male voice. Do you not want to communicate with us? If there is anybody who does, maybe come forward and tell us your name now. No.
Yeah, it does. Emily or Annie.
Are there any females here? Maybe you can tell us how many of you there are here. Maybe you can come stand next to one of our devices and light them up. We pass something close to you now.
Wants to go.
Okay, well if you do want to communicate another way, I'm going to turn this device off now. Please do come forward and come speak to us. Again, always tricky with the S-box, but there was definitely a few clear words and things that were said, but until we review, we don't sort of know how relevant they were.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, plenty of words, plenty of different voices.
We've left this bit of footage in so you can clearly see as we enter this room, the windows on the left hand side have been covered by blackout blinds, so the anomaly we captured could not have been traffic passing on the road. As we were setting up the next scene, a very strange light anomaly passes in front of Adam's camera. If you look carefully in the background, you'll also notice that the K2 fluctuates just as it passes by.
I think it's worth probably just sitting down, just maybe calling out and trying to get a feel for the building now, and just finding sort of a corner and seeing what we can hear, and maybe entice whatever's possibly here to sort of come out and communicate.
Precisely. Let's treat it like we're customers in the pub, and maybe that's what the spirits are used to. Strange. It's strange the way you moved that, but I thought seeing something go across the back there where we've set all our kit up. That's where the cabin's old. That's where the dartboard used to be. And people had had like darts coming out the board and stuff happening. Yeah, I'll just say it on camera what. Because we can kind of see through there, guys. But what it looked like was like a shadow went through that wall. But what we do know is, if we do capture anything like that, that wall wasn't always there. The bar area used to continue through here before the hotel was added and go right through. That's the toilets through there. So this was a benched seating area right the way through. So potentially, it was a thoroughfare going through there.
Okay, so if there is anybody here in this building now who wants to come and talk to us, can you try and make yourself known, please? Either by making sound, that was a fridge.
Yeah.
But I mean, you couldn't have timed that better, could you?
Yeah.
Maybe someone was tapping on the fridge. Who knows? Well, maybe you could go towards one of our pieces of equipment that you can see. There's lots of little round balls that light up if you touch them. There's the REM pod on the floor. Thank you.
Lock off shop now, guys. The REM pod's just down here in front of the fireplace. Thank you.
Can you maybe go and stand near that device again for us, please, just so we know that is you? Won't do you any harm, and we don't mean you any harm or any disrespect. We've been invited here to try and communicate with you, find out maybe who you are. Maybe perhaps walk around so we could hear you. Responsible.
Was. It's curious, though. My curiosity is you kind of get the feeling where we are now is where the family lived, because this was what they call, I think they call it a bower house, and apologies if I got that wrong, and it was when they think this was a family home of one of the gentlemen of the estate. When they passed away, the widow would be given a bower house on the estate. Not a bad thing, not like a granny flat. This is a grand manor house, but this was where she would then move into with any children, but would still have a full set of servants. So it's kind of like, I feel like this was the family quarters. This is where the lady of the house and her family resided, and where we were before, where we had gentlemen Jim Effin and Jeff and others, would have been more towards where the servants were, but it does feel like that. We can see straight down into the area we've just been in, and me personally, I do feel it does feel like there's eyes just looking at you as if they can't come in this side, and it's like, what are we doing? Why are we allowed in here and they're not?
It wasn't bar related because it was further.
Completely different to the
Yeah, it
fridge.
was further that way.
So are you still through there on the other side? If you don't like us being here, throw something. If you don't want us here, you need...
Was that proximity then? Or?
I don't think so. I think it was a temperature change, guys, but we've had that set up. You see it on that lock-off? It's been set up all night, so it's had more than enough time to acclimatise. No one's opened the door or a window.
Thank you, if that was you. Can you try and make another noise for us, please? Maybe come a little bit closer. Knock on something or tap on something.
Is there another spirit watching us through the other side? You don't like us being here, I can sense you. Not very often it happens, but I can... Yeah, it's like there's a... On that side, someone really doesn't fucking want us here. And I know you could be watching your first ever Haunted Scouse episode, guys, and you're going, here we go, we've got the drama queen in the team. But the longer we're doing this, I've always had that kind of side to myself. But the longer we're doing this, you know, I can pick up on more things, but I'm looking straight through to where we just started with the S-box. And it does seem like, I just get the impression through there's a glare, there's just an energy that's glaring down at us. Hates the fact that we are here and they can't actually come across. Can you throw anything from there? Can you knock something off one of the tables? If you can see what we can see, knock something off, knock something over.
People that are here now say that you move objects, throw things, smash glasses. Maybe you can try and use our energy.
Thank you.
You can try and keep building that. Try and move something.
That's what all these things are for. They're giving you a chance to show us where you are and we can turn and speak to you. We apologise if we're trying to talk to you and we're not looking directly at you. But these different bits of equipment that we use, something flashed over there then. One of the K2s. We've got one on the mantelpiece, haven't we? One over there. There's definitely a green flash. There we go, it's that one over there on the shelf behind table 3, which again, table 3 guys, there has been reports of one of the customers sat there and his pints actually flew off the table and swilled him. That's why we've put so much equipment there which the lock-off is picking up on, but the K2 that we've placed just behind there in the corner has just been flickering.
You want us to go back over to the other side where you are? If you do, maybe you can make a noise for us now. Maybe light something up and show us where we should go.
Yeah, I definitely feel like if we walk back down there, it's either gonna appease them or annoy the shit out of them.
One way to find out, isn't it?
Exactly. Like Harry Hill. There's only one way to find out, it's a fight. Right, okay guys, what we're going to do, we're going to run with the spirit talker. Again, as I said on the other side, we're just going to take our time and feel our way through, but let's open up as many lines of communication down here as we can.
House.
Wow, house.
Straight away.
First word through guys, house.
Is this perhaps your house? Do you live here?
So straight away you've learned how to use this device. That's good.
Maybe try and give us your name.
Shall I make noise?
Yes, please. We don't mind.
There's many others.
Perhaps you can tell us how many there are that are here. Maybe you can tap out how many are here. That's 2 very simple ones, that's what I said. Is that you making noise?
Protect.
Okay.
Possibly either 3 or 4. Maybe there's 4 people.
So you protecting the house?
Nose ring.
Nose ring.
That's a new one.
Yeah, it's a new one.
Again, it just shows the randomness.
It does. Christ, nose ring.
Go further.
Go further. Well, can you light something up where you want us to go? Because we've just been as far as we can go and we've come back. Nose ring, I mean, I suppose if they had cattle, you know, if we want to stretch it.
Stretching it. No, I mean, is the member of staff that has a nose ring?
That's
Maybe
true,
they're
yeah.
trying to
That is true, yeah. Maybe a member of staff who's had in the past, who's had a nose ring.
Maybe was made himself known to whoever that is.
I've seen you before.
It's quite flattering to know, isn't
It is, yes.
it? It's a small YouTube channel. called
Frank.
No. That was
Well,
me.
that was you. I don't think the K2 flickered at the corner of my eye before that one.
Called
Frank.
No.
What I will do, I will just move that across to here.
I've seen you. Lauren Hale, did you maybe use your name? For Frank.
I wonder if there is a Frank. We don't know yet, do we?
It's the first name that's come.
Yeah.
It's all come through as well.
Does one of us resemble?
If there's anyone who's going to resemble Frank, it will be you.
You told us to go further. Do you want us to go further across, or would you like us to go further up?
Oh, it's a big flash.
K2 flash, yeah.
He shouts.
He shouts. So, okay. It's kind of what I'm picking up on from here. So who shouts? Or who does he shout at and why? K2 again. There you go. Yeah. That is in shots, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're standing by the fireplace again.
Footsteps follow.
Can we try and hear your footsteps? Well, so follow your footsteps. You have to make them loud so we can hear you.
Likewise, if you're the person who shouts, you need to shout a lot louder because we can't hear you.
There's a priest.
It was just like tap before it said that.
You look the same.
Just broke this thing.
He wishes. Another 10 years of working with me, mate.
The interesting thing
Look the
about
same as who? I've seen you before, you look the same. That's, you know,
just following on from the footsteps, it's when we turned the S-box off, that's what we were hearing above us, weren't we?
yeah,
So there has been sort of footsteps when we have been in this area.
yeah.
Again, we're above.
But that's too...
You're safe here.
Thank you.
Nice to know.
But that's two we haven't had before. You know, I've seen you before and you look the same. So we remind them, either we both do, or one of us reminds a spirit of somebody they knew.
I think that's quite an interesting little session, but it makes it more interesting for later because I've got an idea to sort of replicate both sort of sides of the pub and have sort of the same equipment in both areas, and Chris will go on one side and I'll go on the other.
Yeah.
So I think if we maybe pick up on this a little bit later and maybe go and have a little look upstairs and
Yeah.
explore up there as well, because we
Exactly.
haven't been up there yet.
So thank you for communicating. I'm going to switch this off now. There, isn't it?
Yeah, unless you bring the EVP recorder.
Yeah. Right guys, so what we've done now is we've moved upstairs into what is the hotel area of the Clockface. We've got 3 hotel rooms which we will investigate. Now unfortunately we can't turn these lights off because it's a hotel. It's safety lights, they're on a sensor. But as you can see, we've littered the whole area with kit. Because the lights are on doesn't mean to say nothing is here with us. So I think what we'll do a little bit of calling out while we're up here.
Yeah, I mean,
try an EVP what was
we
happening.
may as well, because it's
Perfect echo chamber for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we can see the buttons. Yeah, okay. Right, okay, so what we're going to do, we've cramped ourselves in to the corridor outside the rooms. It seems like the ideal place because we know there has been a lot of activity reported over here since the hotel started up. So it's a perfect place to run a couple of EVPs, so let's see if we can capture anything. If there is anybody sitting out here or standing out here with us, can you come towards us and tell us your name? My name's Chris and this is Adam. Maybe you could come forward and tell us whether or not you're happy that we're here. Can you tell us the name of anybody who works here? K2 flickered then. Unfortunately it's not going to be on the camera guys, but we can't kind of cover every angle, it's impossible. But let's play this back.
If there is anybody sitting out here or standing out here,
What happened there?
if there is anybody sitting out here or standing out here with us, can you come towards us and tell us your name? My name's Chris and this is Adam. Maybe you could come forward and tell us whether or not you're happy that we're here. Can you tell us the name of anybody who works here?
No, doesn't appear to be anything from that.
I mean, there was an audible noise there, wasn't there?
Which will be picked up by that camera.
As we were sitting looking through photographs on our phone, it appeared the spirits of the Clockface wanted to make themselves known once more.
Right. You know what it reminds me of when you're looking in the camera and you're looking down the shot? Is you've seen The Shining down the corridor. So the two little girls, you've got two, I was going to say two big. The minute I mentioned The Shining. Literally, guys, you might see us on our phones, but
I was just checking photos and
that's all we're doing, checking photographs.
so my phone's here.
But your phone wouldn't affect. Your phone's not going to set off then.
So I'm going to go on to, well,
Oh, big flash on the K2 then.
I'm going to put that away. Thank you.
Yeah, because we're in flight mode on them, guys. We're still in flight mode like we always are. And but one flicker on the REM pod over by Adam.
It's twice, isn't
Yeah.
it? Green light. Can you try and come forward and do that again for us, please?
If you're inside one of these rooms, can you knock on the door or make a noise inside the room to let us know which one? I think if we move into one of the rooms, I get vibes off this one. I think this one will be a good one to start in. And the K2's been flashing and flickering on the door. Oh, gotta get up now. Good God. Oh my God. Ah, so he's gone to sleep.
I'll wait for you.
Yeah, this is the K2 again. Be with you in a second. I'll cut to that shot because you're about to get a massive shot of my arse in this one. That's all I'm going to see. So every bit of that shot's going to be on my camera.
Right, okay. It's going to be fun, isn't it, going into
Pitch black room. Yeah.
This is usually the fun bit when you go into a hotel room. You're like, oh, look at me great room that I've got, and you turn the lights on. If there is anybody here who is now in this room, can you try and make a noise for us, please? Maybe try and tap on something. There's a few objects that we've put that are just little balls. If you go near them and touch them, they'll light up. Maybe try and touch one of us, or bang on something. Maybe if you're in the corridor, can you set off one of the devices for us to let you know that you're still up here with us? Are you happy with how this building looks now? Has it changed much since you were here?
You want to try an Xbox in here?
Could do. Can make a bit of noise. It is a little bit quiet, but we have got the S-Box and we haven't obviously done one up here yet, so yeah, let's just try the S-Box and ask a few questions and see if we get anything different up here than we did downstairs. That's to me sound like my room. Okay, so is there anybody up here who wants to make himself known?
Dead or bed?
You packed in this room with us now.
Yeah.
Ask you to maybe give us your name.
Hello? That was a clear hello.
Ask you to tell us your name.
That was like the same male voice, that wasn't it? Said hello. Something's just gone past the camera then as well. Something went from you and came up past the camera.
We've just seen you. Are you trying to let yourself be known to us? You try and go near the object that's on the bed and light it up for us. Try and walk maybe down here. Perhaps you should live on this land. Well, I did not.
Yeah.
The woman who's here now, maybe you could tell us your name?
Lower that down a second.
Upon review this footage once again, unfortunately what we initially thought was a fantastic light anomaly that did tally up with the cat ball and a strange sound was actually the IR light just peeping through the crack of the door.
think the light's gone off now.
If you look carefully, the movement of the camera coincides with the light on the door. So unfortunately, this is debunked.
I think the light's gone off now. That's just the firelight under there.
Yeah. It's flickering.
So this is going to go on now. But that catboard's going off and we'll be on that lock off.
Hmm.
So if we wedge the doors open and then
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't go completely dark because we've got that firelight and
Fucking hell.
stairs.
Yeah, again, some interesting sounds and noises out the S-Box. I really couldn't make anything too clear out of it, but yeah, again, on review, you may have got a bit of gold there. But
Hopefully that male voice, it seems to be the same male voice twice. First time saying hello
yeah,
in a well-spoken, deep voice, and then the same voice came through and said something else. Potentially female when we started talking about asking if the widow was here.
I mean, I'll spin this round because I've decided, just because of that light, that we've opened up the doors to the 3 rooms now. And obviously when we go in the next one, that light should go off, shouldn't it, in the corridor? And then,
So what we'll do, we're going to move through into the next room and wait for the light to go off. Now it's not going to go completely dark for us because it is there's a fire safety light there, but it'll go darker. But yeah, I mean we need to see if there's anything in all of these rooms. So what we'll do, we'll move through now. I'll take the key too with me. So hi, we're going to move across now. Maybe this was your room. So again, if there are any spirits here, there's a device that I've switched on. It has words. You can come through and you can tell us something about yourself. Your name, your age. Are you happy? Again, is the widow here? We know that this was a bower house, did I say?
we'll go with that.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay. Short but sweet. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. And, yeah, well, hello. Someone's clearly still here.
Each of the first word being goodbye, though. Well, that's the first catball that's gone off in a room that we've been in. Flick on the K2 as well.
I mean, potentially the goodbye, as we always say, we're not just talking to one spirit. Maybe one, that spirit is literally gone. Goodbye, I'm off. Although at the same time, goodbye, going that way,
Funny.
funny. What's funny? Are you laughing at us? Can you hear that?
It is, yeah. Just trying to determine where it was coming from.
Strange sound.
Yeah. Hopefully that lock-off's probably picked something up. Obviously don't want to stick your head out because then the sensors won't go off. That was you, just made that noise. Could you do that again for us, please, but a little bit louder? That was a loud noise.
It was.
Pulsing.
That's regular enough to say there's something in the phone, even on flight mode. The phone's definitely in flight mode.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe the software just does something.
Yeah.
Because it's steady.
Must be, yeah.
It's too steady a pulse, isn't it? That might be yours.
I think it was mine. Yeah, I've got one more room to do, and then I'll be more interested to go back downstairs actually, and maybe try being on opposite end and set something up there.
Yeah, because one on a lock, half one with that. Yeah. Battery's just gone.
Yeah. Perfect time, really.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
After spending some time in the final room, we received no responses whatsoever and came to the decision it was time to move back downstairs and see if we could make further contact with either the lady of the house or the male member of staff who didn't seem to like us being here.
What? Yeah, just set the scene. I think I'm going to move some bits around here, to be honest. Ooh. I went to pick that up and that went fucking off its tits. See that again? There's no way that was me.
No, that was blue.
It was like right near.
Proper proximity.
I was going to pick up the K2 and then I went to move that. I don't know. Obviously I'm probably blocking it there, and then I tried to run out the way so it was in shot. But that was right next to it. And even if I put my fucking banging foot there to make that do anything.
Yeah,
That's all. That's just temperature. Fuck me. It's interesting, isn't it?
So, are you going to explain to camera what we're doing, or shall I?
Whoa. That's blue and bloody hell.
That on the table as well?
No, I moved it further on the floor, but that literally was like blue and the closest one.
So that's high proximity then?
It is. I mean, I literally just put my phone in my pocket, but again, I don't know why my phone would do that. I'm going to get my phone back out now. And obviously that one, the K2 is going off its tits next to me, but I don't know, it might have been my phone, but I don't know, possibly deep one, but we'll see what happens.
Right guys, so what we've decided to do, it seemed pretty quiet upstairs, and whether it was to do with because that light stays on and it's kind of killing the creepy energy, creepy vibe, but the room seemed quite settled apart from a couple of noises that we possibly can't explain. So what we've done, we've moved back down basically to where all the action was when we first started, and we thought for the last 15 minutes we're just going to use the equipment that's here, not going to use any apps, not going to use the S-Box or digital recorders, and we've set up a very similar rig. I've got the REM pod up here on the mantelpiece and a K2 in front of me, and Adam will explain where all his equipment is over there.
Yeah, so my K2 is here on this table where the gentleman had his beer pretty much swilled in his face. I've got my REM pod just on the floor next to me here, and there's a few cat balls knocking about. The other REM pod's just over there as well.
Oh wow, I've got REM pod going off on the mantelpiece, orange. Hello. That was green and orange.
Happy days. Well, I think you may as well start it then, over on your side.
Wow, okay. That's in the same spot where we had the K2.
Yeah.
Okay, so is the gentleman that I picked up on earlier on here with me now? Maybe this was the time of night when you were doing the last little bits of running round for the family before you settled down, or maybe now is the time you got a chance to have a meal and some peace and quiet in front of the fire. We don't mean you any harm or any disrespect, but thank you so much for letting us know that you are here. Again guys, that was proximity, and I hope the camera is at a high enough angle to see. It was two lights. It was the green and the orange. So that means the energy has gone close to there. So thank you.
Is there anybody in this room with me now? Can you? Right, okay. Thank you. Can you try and light up that object, that box that's on the mantelpiece? When you go near it, it'll just light up some different colours, just to let me know that you're standing next to me. Or if you don't want to do that, there's plenty of objects that are in the room. If you go near, will light up, just to let me know where you are. Or if you can make a noise or a sound.
Was this your room? Is this your living quarters? Once you'd finished your work for the family, is this where you relaxed? Maybe when we first got here you saw us as a threat, but now you've seen what we're doing. You know we don't mean you any harm. Yes, thank you, K2.
It's funny though, like some of the noises that we heard down here before, not really hearing now.
Yeah. I heard a few little taps when I first started when the iPod went off, but
Kind of peaked early.
As the activity had gone quiet and Adam's camera battery was about to run out, now seemed the perfect moment to call time on our investigation of the Clockface.
Say, just typical that my camera's just died, and lo and behold, what's happened? Massive noise right from where we were. Like someone walking on the wood, like a big creek. But typically, as you know, in haunted Scouse fashion, camera dies and something paranormal usually happens straight after. So that's it. That's our night at the Clockface Pub here in Prescot. What did you make of it, mate?
Do you know, there was an old programme used to be on called Upstairs Downstairs, and literally that's what it felt like. We decided, not only because cameras are failing, but this was the room that we seemed to get the most attention on us, and you know, we loved the attention, and it seemed to be like a male member of the household. The first word through was house, let's not forget, on the Spirit Talker. Like a male member of the household saw us as some kind of threat of, who are you? The protective instinct, because we got the word protect as well. And don't forget, these people would have looked up to the family that they worked for. They were lords and ladies, so they had the utmost respect. We've come in, and we're out of place.
Yeah, I feel when we first started on this side, there was, you know, even with the S-Box, we were hearing noises above us. And kind of naturally from here we moved through a few noises back over on this side when we were over there, and then, you know, who knows what we actually caught upstairs when we were down here, and vice versa as well. But yeah, I think, like you said, kind of upstairs downstairs, and fingers crossed the lock-offs will pay dividends as they usually do. But all in all, what a fantastic location, an absolutely beautiful grade 2 listed building that we've been allowed in yet again. And you know, if you haven't been here before, strongly suggest you come down, have some food, have a beer, and yeah, tell them Haunted Scouse sent you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even speaking to Karen before we started filming tonight, they realised that they've got paranormal activity going on in here. And typically we've got a REM pod going off on the other side where the battery's gone on the camera. But we'll carry on, because this has become a theme now for our outros, that kit and activity continues to happen. But yeah, but Karen realises that this is a paranormally active building. So any other teams that are looking for a venue, you know, get in touch. There are 3 beautiful bedrooms up there for you to stay the night and investigate through the night and get some sleep. Investigate your own room. You know, there are hotels all over the UK, haunted hotels, and they've got the rooms. This genuinely has paranormal activity and 3 rooms to stay in. So please, just, you know, send a message if you're interested in it, because it is something that they are open to. And we always like to think we help along the way on that. And from our perspective, is it paranormally active? Down here certainly is.
Yeah, most definitely has a vibe to it. But once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure down here you hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up as well. And obviously after the episode, please leave a comment. You know, we reply to every comment that we get. YouTube loves the interaction, and we just love finding out what we may have missed. So timestamp it, and yeah, we'll review it and get back to you.
Yeah, exactly. But as Adam said earlier on, the Clockface in Prescot, get yourselves down here. They do food, they do drink, they do accommodation, they've got a car park. Listen, it's just a fantastic pub, and to sit in the surroundings of a grade 2 listed 200-year-old building on the Lord Derby estate. You know, this has been one of the grandest houses in the whole of the Northwest, and we feel privileged that we've had the chance to have it to ourselves tonight. But yeah, listen guys, as Adam said, we hope you've enjoyed the episode, and yeah, I think for us it's a late one. It's our first one back for the start of the autumn winter. We've got a lot coming up this year, and we're going to take you guys along on the ride with us.
So yeah, we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, take care guys, thanks a lot.
Ta-ra.
Bye now.
Oh,